Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Today is the last day that we're going to be working with shapes and geometry. So we have our IXL lesson that we're going to be talking about sides and corners. So remember, sides are the lines that encompass a shape. So right here we see one side, two sides, three sides, and then four sides. So those are sides. They encompass a shape and keep it all together. And then we also are talking about corners. Another word for corners are vertices, and we see it right here, and I'm going to write it down so that we can see it a lot bigger. So corners can also, another word for corners is vertices. And what's I know this is the plural, that means more than one vertices, more than one vertex.
One is a vertex.
Yeah, so one corner is a vertex and more than one corner is a vertices. So when we use the word vertices, it's the same thing as a corner, so we'll use it interchangeably. So today for IXL, yes, Mr. Zala, sorry, before I went on.
And just so you know, when dealing with shapes, we will never have to talk about vertex because a shape in its own can have only a minimum of 3 corners.
Ooh, thank you for that fact.
Or vertices. Or vertices, yes.
So shapes will always have 3 or more vertices. So we'll never have one vertex when we're talking about shapes. So if you are using IXL, of course, you're going to be going on your iPad, finding the IXL app, clicking it, and looking for the icon of the magnifying glass. That means search. And you're going to type in the code EAQ. That's our code for today. And it should say count sides and vertices. And remember, vertices are the same thing as corners. So here it says, and remember, if you cannot read this on your own, that's okay. There's a little speaker that you can click on to help you listen to the directions. But make sure you are listening to the directions because you want to know what you're expected to do to get the right answer. And our goal is to get a SMART score of 100. That's our goal. We always want to reach the highest score possible. All right, so we're going to do how many sides does this shape have? And Mr. Zales, do you want to help us out? How many sides does this shape have?
4.
And how did you know that?
As you were drawing the lines for the sides, I made a mental note to count along with you, and I remember the total was 4 sides.
Perfect. So we know that there are 4 sides. So right here, we're going to put 4 sides. All right, and then we're going to submit. Great job, Mr. Zales. Thank you so much for that. And I'm going to erase here. And Miss T, can you read this question for us?
Sure. It says, how many vertices does this shape have?
And what are vertices again, Miss T?
It means corners. So we're counting the number of corners that this shape has.
Okay, so how many corners does this shape have?
I think 3.
And where do you see those corners?
I see one on the top, and the other one on the left bottom, and then the right bottom.
Perfect. And remember, corners are when 2 sides meet. So just look at where there are 2 sides and they connect. And that's where you can see the vertices or the corners. Right. So we have 1, 2, 3, and let's plug that in and let's see what we get. Great job, Ms. T. Awesome. All right. Now, Ms. Hernandez, can you read the directions on this problem?
Sure. How many vertices does this shape have?
Ooh, so we're still talking about vertices. We had 1 question about sides and then 2 about vertices. So how many, Ms. Hernandez, vertices do you see?
Well, if I'm understanding that vertices are the same as corners, I'm going to touch and count each one. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this shape has 6 vertices.
So if this shape has 6 vertices and 6 sides, what shape is it?
I believe it's a hexagon.
Yes, and that's a new shape, and it's hard to remember, but hexagon is a shape with 6 sides. So we have 6 vertices here. And let's see what we get. Great job, Ms. Hernandez. All right, we're going to do one more together, and then I will let you do the rest on your own. Ms. Rosales, can you help us by reading the directions for this problem here?
Sure. It says, how many sides does this shape have? So just like you did on the first one, we're going to go from corner to corner and count the sides. So going up, it's going to be 1, 2 to the second slant, 3 to the bottom, 4 at the very base, 5 at the final slant. We have 5 sides here, and that's a pentagon because you can hold a pen with 5 fingers, 5 sides.
Ooh, what a great way to remember what a pentagon is. So pentagon has 5 sides, and we're going to put 5 in here and see what we get. Yay, great job. So remember, friends, that you are working to find how many corners and how many vertices are in each shape. You will be asked either one, so make sure you are paying attention to the directions. And if you cannot read the directions on your own, have a big brother or sister or mom and dad read them, or you can easily be independent and just press this speaker to have someone read it for you. And remember, we are working to get a SMART score of 100 because that's showing that we are working towards our goal and we're learning this subject. So keep it up. I'm so proud of you. Do your very best work, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe.